times. People are engulfed in anxiety and uncertainty, fear of death, loss of jobs, crippling economy, boredom during the lockdown, and the surge of domestic violence has brought forth many important questions about survival and how to cope during these difficult times. It is my immense pleasure to introduce to you our esteemed guests, Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar and Professor Pat Utomi. Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar is the founder of the Art of Living and is an internationally renowned peace ambassador and humanitarian leader. His vision of a violence-free, stress-free society through the reawakening of human values has inspired millions to broaden their spheres of responsibility and work towards the betterment of the world. He is engaged in peace negotiations and counseling in conflict zones around the world. His expertise in bringing opposing parties to the negotiating table can be found in countries such as Sri Lanka, Iraq, Colombia, Venezuela, and the Ivory Coast. He will be taking questions from Professor Pat Utomi on guiding us on how to deal with anxiety arising out of the current lockdown situation. Pat Utomi is a political economist and professor of entrepreneurship, founder and CEO of the Center for Values in Leadership. He is a fellow of the Institute of Management Consultants of Nigeria and a founding senior member of the Faculty of Lagos Business School, Pan-Atlantic University. He is the chairman and chief executive of the Integrated Produce City, as well as executive vice chairman of Smart City Lagos. He has passionately pursued the building of a viable opposition political party in Nigeria with transparent and accountable government.
About leadership in these times of uncertainty, these times of crisis of a global proportion that people have never experienced, what are the most important attributes for people who are offering leadership to people at this time? What should they be doing to help people have both mental, physical, spiritual balance and a sense of hope for the future?
Yeah, the world is passing through very tough time now, and there is anxiety, and in lockdown people are feeling frustrated, and lot of domestic issues are coming up in the world scenario now. I think this is the time that we all have to look within and see that that we will be able to get over this very, very, very tough time. That inner confidence has to be invoked. For that you need inner strength. If we are weak inside, we cannot get that confidence, When we don't have confidence, then our action, our behavior, everything reflects towards disharmony. Not healthy attitudes rise out of it. So it is very important that people should know that this is a passing phase, and our world have gone through many such tough times. Just imagine what happened in 2003 in Iraq. It was a war and people were very uncertain. Even post-war, it took them several years to get back on their feet. What happened after World War II? Germany and Japan, they were all razed to ground, but it came back, bounced back. The power of resilience is with us. So we must believe that we will be able to overcome this crisis. That valor and that recognition of inner strength can help us to go through this tough time. Yes.
As Gurudev, related to that is human cooperation. Now, human beings need to be able to cooperate to get things done. If you take a country like Nigeria, with a lot of giftings, but somehow people don't cooperate well enough. Leaders don't cooperate to advance the common good, to help the weak, to help everybody come along. What are the critical things that people need to do to be able to better get along, to cooperate for the good of all?
We must remember we are on this planet for a very short period of time. Right in front of us, so many people have lost their life. And so we are not going to be a permanent. So how do we want to live? How do we want to be remembered? This is what everyone should think. When they realize the life on the planet for us is temporary, but the planet will continue, then this awareness, let me do the best to people, will come. Number one. Second is there are two types of happiness. One is wanting to get something for ourselves. I would call this an infant happiness. Every child is born with this tendency. When a child gets something, is happy. But there is another type of happiness that comes to you when you give. When an artist performs well, makes everybody happy, he gains something. That happiness is a mature happiness. The grandmother at home. In Africa, the grandmothers at home during festivals, holidays, Thanksgiving or Christmas, when children come, the grandmother cooks big cake or she makes many dishes, and her joy is in distributing to everybody. When she is alone, she may not make 5 types of dishes to eat. She would just have a biscuit, have a cake or have a tea, and she will manage the time. But her joy is in feeding others, the grandchildren, children. So that is a different joy, the joy of giving, which is in a mother, in a grandmother, in grandfather and father. That type of joy is where we have to mature. So there is a happiness that we get by contributing, by giving. So that too, when the poor and downtrodden, when they are hungry, you give something to them, and the joy in their heart, in their eyes, and the tears of gratitude in their face should give you immense satisfaction. I think many people have not tasted this joy. If you taste the joy of service, you will never stop doing it.
That is just wonderful and uplifting. But we have a lot of young people. We have Boston youth bulge all over Africa, in Nigeria particularly. And these young people, many of them are on the verge of despair. Many of them are wondering if there is any hope in their future. And yet, we know that if we invest appropriately in these young people, we will reap a demographic dividend from them rather than chaos and the problems that can come from youth challenges. Gurudev, how can you counsel that we engage these young people so that we can bring out these giftings in them for the good of society?
Yeah, it's a very valid, very good question. Thank you for asking me this. Young people have enthusiasm in them. They have a lot of energy. You need to kindle the valor in them. Yeah, they have to know that they own this planet Earth, and the possibility for them is infinity. They have so many possibilities. They have to now acquire as much skill as possible. So for considering these issues of young people, we have designed a 8-day program course called Youth Leadership Training Program. In this, I give several tips to youth and some practical tools to manage their emotions. Youth has a lot of emotions. Sometimes they have a lot of anger. They have a lot of issues. Sometimes they have hesitation to express themselves. So all these will go and they'll be able to shine much more. Bring out their hidden talents. I see every youth is a treasure house of talents. And if we have not trained them well, unfortunately our education system in all the third world countries are not geared up to that. They don't bring about the best talents in our youth. Generally, there are some exceptions. But this is what something we need to attend to help themselves. And African youths have rhythm in their beat, they have rhythm in their life. I think, and they have the dedication too. If they can bring these two things together, on one hand, enhance their skill, another hand, make them more sensitive and sensible for the world scenario. Get them out of that small-mindedness, living in a small well. Make them understand, look, the ocean is in front of you. Why are you sitting in a small pond? I am sure they will right away jump into it. Jump into the ocean.
Yes, that's wonderful, Gurudev. Again, still with young people, in this age of technology, many of them are caught up in all these technologies that sometimes prevent them from using their best inner strengths, if you will. They are held hostage by one app or the other and all of that. How should young people live with technology so that they get the most out of themselves and the world around them, given the ease with which they can be caught?
Technology is very good because we cannot go back. We are in an age of technology and we need to have a best use of technology, judicial use of technology. At the same time, don't let technology use you. Don't get addicted to it. So then you will lose your own talents, your own power, your own inner strength. So I would say you need to balance it, You just got a new car, then you cannot be on the road the whole time. You may get a new car, but you use it for some time, but you have to come home to use your bathroom. You cannot sleep in your car just because it's a new car. It won't be comfortable for you. You have to get out of the car, put the car in the garage, or put your scooter or cycle in the garage. You have to honor your own life. You have to eat food, you have to sleep well, you have to become stronger. In the same way, like you use your shoes, like you use your cycle or motorbike or car, technology is only an aid for you. I would suggest them not to get drowned in it so that they stop using their own inner potential. And I would say meditation is something that is very, very useful. Because if you meditate for 20 minutes, what happens is your brain structure changes. The grey matter in the brain increases. And then it is like a supercomputer inside of you with many options. If you are not meditating, yours will be an old model computer which has very few options. But meditation just lifts you to another level.
So you go from 286 to 58 to Pentium.
Yeah. It not only helps you to develop your skills, it also makes you more loving, more happier person. Everybody would like to be around someone who is happy. And meditation is something which can just bring out the happiness from within oneself. So we must encourage young people to meditate, to do some breathing exercise. It is the most in thing today. 2 billion people on the planet today are meditating. It's a big number. I don't want African youth to lag behind and discover the goodness of meditation after 10 years or 20 years, which anyway they will find out. But now is the time for the African youth to get on to meditation, learn meditation, and make their life more vibrant and happy.
Wonderful. Gurudev. Just one broad Nigeria question, then I'll come to some challenges of everyday survival in this COVID-19 age. And that broad Nigerian question has to do with the fact that we are experiencing several problems. We're experiencing violence from some areas based on religion. We're experiencing violence based on economic issues in some places. So we have all these stretches, and then we're compounding it now with the pandemic crisis. When people are exposed to pressures from so many sides, how do they begin to rebuild the fabric of their society so that a renewal is possible from the ashes of all these problems?
You know, when someone is violent, we need to ask why they are violent. We need to understand they are good people. I don't see them as a bad people. They should not be condemned. They are nice people, good people. They carry some wound, some hurt in their own heart. So we need to heal that. We need to listen to them. I am sure when they do youth leadership training program or they start meditating, they'll find themselves in a more non-violent space and they will honor the value of non-violence. You know, this is needed. See, prosperity comes only with peace. If there is no peace in a place, if there is violence only, prosperity, you forget about it. It's a far-fetched reality. So, we want to be prosperous. That is the main issue for everyone. Even those who are engaging in violent activity, they all want prosperity. Poverty brings violence, no doubt. But prosperity cannot come without peace. So if peace is given a chance, if peace is given the prominence, then you will see prosperity will start happening in that area. And Nigeria needs both peace and prosperity. And I wish you all and you have all been doing such good work, and I am always there, and I would recommend everyone, young and old, to learn meditation and do meditation, and this will definitely help their life in unimaginable ways.
Okay, good. In very specific ways, there are many people who are daily paid. They need to work every hour to be able to feed. And during these lockdowns, they can't get an income. And so they are very, very anxious. They have fear. What would be your advice to people in that kind of position?
This is a problem worldwide. You know, here in India, we fed 43 million people in a country of 130 million people. 1.3 billion people. Our organization itself has helped to collect food and distribute to all those who cannot afford. So same in Nigeria also. I think all those who can afford to take a little cut, and if each one help two other people out there to get over this period, just this period, and of course I am sure government would be doing something, giving food to people. If not, the society, the public can join together, and we stand with daily wage workers is a slogan I had given. So we can continue that in Nigeria and help all those people who have no work. They have to sit at home, and help them with the meal for the lockdown period. You know, this will not continue for too long. It's a few weeks or a couple of months. But later, during this time, I'm sure people will come out and help them. And I encourage everyone to help each other, and especially the poor, those who have those who go hungry, we must see that they get a square meal. Yeah?
Right. In this period when they are locked down, when all of us are locked down, what is the best way for one to engage oneself during lockdown? Have you?
When you are locked down, I would say you can do an online workshop of happiness program. We conduct many happiness program during lockdown. I would like everyone to join and meditate, do some breathing exercise, do some long deep breaths. Also, in the food habit, I would request everybody to stop using white sugar, because white sugar brings down the immunity in the body by 50%. So we should stop using white sugar, instead use honey or raw sugar, which is jaggery, with brown sugar is okay. So in the West, and the scientists approved white sugar as a white poison. So we should stay away from that and definitely take some lime or lemon and vitamin C, which would boost. Turmeric is very good, it is antiviral, it has antiviral properties. Turmeric with a little black pepper. So these are the things that one can use during this time, and think of something creative and learn more things. Learn music, learn languages. This is the time for learning. Wonderful, very nice being with you, and I really enjoyed speaking to you and to the whole of Nigerian population through you, and I wish them all the best in their life, and let's hope we will have a better post-COVID world in the coming years.
Thank you, Gurudev. I was hoping that they would do some meditation.
Meditation, I think it will take 15-20 minutes. We will send you one meditation that you
All right.
Gurudev, can you talk a little about how to meditate? Because when people are not exposed to meditation, 2 minutes maybe.
Often people, when we think of meditation, we think it is concentration. In fact, meditation is not concentration. Meditation is relaxing. Like you hold a fist. How long can you hold the fist tight? You have to let go sometimes. Like you letting go your fist, you let go your attention. You are focusing your attention on this or that. Now you simply let go your focus and relax. And the deep relaxation is what meditation is all about. So I guide everyone through a short meditation wherein you sit comfortably easily, you close your eyes, you can sit comfortably wherever you feel comfortable. Close your eyes and then take a deep breath in and let go. And any thoughts that come, you just let those thoughts come. We don't chase the bad thoughts away, we don't hold on to good thoughts. Whatever thoughts are coming, we just let them come and pass by. And we stay still and relaxed and keep relaxing both our body and our mind. It's a very simple process. Once you learn, you can practice it every day, twice a day. You feel so good with that. We'll do it. I'll send you how we can do a meditation. They can log on onto our websites and do it.
Thank you, Gurudev.